Well, the Free State Health Department is, like many other parts of the country, dealing with two issues over the festive season. One, managing fatalities from road crashes during this period. The second, Covid-19 infections. We're speaking tonight with the Health MEC in the province, Montsheng, Tsiu. But some background for you then, because earlier this week she said, along with the Transport Minister, Fikile Mbalula, that they'd like to see holidaymakers use Covid-19 vaccination stations stationed across 4 of South Africa's national roads. The centres are along the N8, the N1, N3, N5 and the N6. That's throughout the Free State, where drivers can get a shot on their way to their holiday. The Minister, Fikile Mbalula, launched the holiday road safety campaign this week using the hashtag #LiveBeyondDecember as thousands of people prepare to travel. As I was saying, we're joined tonight by MEC Montsheng Tsiu, Health MEC in the Free State. MEC, a very good evening to you. Thank you for your time on this Christmas Eve. I'll speak to you about the COVID-19 situation in a moment, but as we've seen today, early on in Marquette, despite pleas for safety on the roads, people are continuing to die.
Yeah, and sadly, people are continuing to die, even though we are trying as much as we can to make sure that people that are going on holiday travel safely, but unfortunately, they continue to get those crashes and people lose their lives, unfortunately.
And what is the observation, MEC, from your officials about what is behind crashes in the Free State predominantly?
What is the observation is that some of the drivers are tired. Because even when you look at the crash that happened today, there was a truck parking on the side, but then the minibus, it just had to hit this truck that was parking on the side of the road. But for a person that is alert, you would expect that driver to travel in the road, not go to the side where then you have to hit any car that is parking on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm. And
so I think fatigue is causing most of the crashes within the province. Even though some of the conditions of the roads as well are not really that well, these rains have damaged most of the roads. So some of the crashes are caused by the bad conditions of the roads, while others is due to fatigue.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on to the COVID-19 situation. I know about a week ago, just before the long weekend of the 16th of December, you were saying you were concerned about a rapid increase in the number of infections. As things stand, are you still as worried?
Yes, I am still worried because many people continue to test positive, even though they are not really that ill that they require to be hospitalized. But the numbers are still up because even today we're still getting numbers 1,500 and above. So it means we're still not getting it right. People are still spreading the virus, and that is what makes us concerned. And indeed, we have set up our vaccine stations in our major roads. But many people that we talk to, many of them have vaccinated. Many of the travelers that we've spoken to, they have vaccinated. Yesterday at our one-stop here at Shell Garage, where people, as they pass through Bloemfontein rest, we only managed to vaccinate 21 people. But to us, we're saying even vaccinating 1 or 5 people, it's important. It's better than nothing.
And how much do you worry about that? Because the Free State, I was saying earlier, is in an interesting position, isn't it? Because whether you're traveling from where I am in Johannesburg to Cape Town or traveling from Cape Town to Limpopo, you have to drive through the Free State almost at all times. And that then raises the risk of COVID-19 infections that are left, shall we say, by travelers in areas such as Bloemfontein, Kroonstad, where many would stop for comfort breaks.
Yes, that is why to us it's important to talk to everybody that is passing through our province to make sure that even if they do not vaccinate, they have vaccinated, but they continue to observe the health protocols of ensuring that they wear their masks at all times, wash their hands and all that. We can see that the vaccination at this time not just at the roadblocks or anywhere where we have set up our stations. The numbers have really gone down, but we continue to say, let us just make sure that we remind the people that even if you are vaccinated, the fact that you can still spread the virus, it's important for you to continue observing the protocols.
Are people in the Free State, do you think, no longer getting vaccinated in large numbers because they've heard now, at least from early indications, that the Omicron variant is not as severe as was previously thought? I mean, in the last, I think, 24 hours, you only managed as a province to vaccinate somewhere in the region of 4,000. That was in the 24 hours to Thursday.
Yeah, I think because of the holidays, many people have gone out for the holidays, and we can see that even the students are not here anymore. The people that were now visiting our vaccination sites in numbers, so many of them have gone out in holidays. That is why we think the numbers are down. And another cause of the numbers going down is the fact that many of our healthcare workers tested positive, so we were having a severe shortage of staff in our vaccination sites. But we still believe that in January we'll continue campaigning to making sure that we mobilize people to come and vaccinate.
And you and I have spoken at various points throughout the waves during this pandemic, and one of the issues you've always raised is about how in the Free State, especially among the young people, there appears to be people dropping their guards, shall we say, thinking that they are either young enough to survive the worst, or simply thinking that because the Free State is not recording numbers as high as Gauteng, they are safe. Are you still seeing that?
Yes, we're still seeing that, because that is why we have posted our workers even in the malls, because you see people walking around with the masks not at the correct place, it's not closing the mouth and the nose, and some they don't really have the mask at all. Only the time when you speak to them, they then pull it out of their pockets or somewhere. And that is why then it is important for us to keep reminding the people that it is important to wear the mask and wear it correctly. And one more thing, it's festive season. As people visit the places where they really are going to enjoy themselves, and when they are there, they will tell you, how am I going to take my drink with the mask on? But we tell them, please continue observing the protocols, health protocols, because it's easy to get infected, especially in crowded places.
MEC for Health in the Free State, Montsheng, Tsiu. Good to speak to you, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you very much.